application has a lot of key components. I'll walk you through the key components here, and then we'll go from there. All right. So again, one key point here that I want to mention here is my goal is not to go to every great details, but to actually go over the key components of what you need to do to succeed using the application. Okay, so that's something I'm gonna talk about today, step by step. All right. So now, when you open the application, you have two options. You want to create or check the campaigns, the stats and stuff. So let's go from the very beginning. Let's create a campaign here. All right. So let's do that right now, step by step. So the key component again is you want to start off with an existing video. This can be from a YouTube video, maybe Vimeo video, or whatever it might be. So when you do that, right, you're going to come into an option that looks something like this. It's going to say input the campaign title. You want to give a campaign title. You want to create a video from a YouTube video. You want to do a Vimeo video. You want to do a media upload, meaning you can upload it from your hard drive, or you can even record your own video. This could be your webcam, or this could be your screen share and that sort of thing, right? You can even paste the YouTube URL and get underway based on that. So you're always starting with an existing video, okay? Very important. You want to start off with an existing video for this application to do its magic. All right, now once you've done that, let's put a test title here, test one, and then here you can basically put a media upload. So let me upload a video from my media library here, okay? Or I can even record it by screen recording or camera recording, that sort of thing, right? But for now, I'm just going to take a Vimeo video. I'll copy that Vimeo video. I'll put paste. Now, here is what happens here. Now, we're going to have our own video player with its own interactive elements and layers that are behind it. To the left, as you can see on your screen right now, specifically to the left, to this section of that in the application, right? We have text, images, buttons, subscribe buttons, products, quizzes. We'll go over these, timers, rewards. So these are the interactive elements that will be put into this video here, okay? So when people are playing the video, when people are doing all these other things, you need to have these elements, right, to have that interactive video set up, okay? So basically, the idea is that all these components that you add in will be in that final video. So that could be a text we want to display on that video. You can put an image, buttons, all this other cool stuff, okay? We'll go step by step on this, and we'll go into detail about it, because I know you may be wondering, how do I add this element or that element? The key component here is, again, to understand that when we are trying to add these, it's all to make that video interactive, okay? What we mean by that is, when people are playing that video, every element within that video, right? Where every element within that video can be systemized and can be basically interactive in nature, okay? So let's walk through that step by step here. All right, so again, as you can see here, we can put a timer, okay? We can put a subscribe button like this, right? And in here, again, here we can put layers, as you can see here, to the bottom right here, as you can see. We can put layers of each element. So for example, if we want to do, for instance, a layer where we want the subscribe button to come up at the bottom, but the countdown timer to come on top, we can do that. So we have choices here, okay? So that's where basically you get the option to do some really, really cool things because of these elements. Now, I know you may be wondering, okay, that sounds great, but what's the purpose of something like this? Well, the idea is that when you put countdown timers, or when you put different interactive elements, people who are watching this video, even if they're only, let's say, 20 people or 50 people, they are more likely to opt in. Opt-in subscriber is infinitely worth more than just a video viewer, right? I mean, you probably agree with me on this, right? When somebody opts into an email list where you can market them more products or services, they're more worth it than a video viewer, right? So that's where the value of adding these interactive elements come in. All right, now, you can even shrink and stretch the timeline of these elements, like what I'm doing right now. So effectively, you can say, I only want the timer to appear for the first 5 seconds. I only want the, for example, the other elements like a subscribe button or whatever to be only for the first 15 seconds or something like that, right? You can add quizzes as well. You could add, for instance, other elements as well, like so. Now, when you're talking about subscribe, because I think that's the key component that a lot of people miss, is that when you're taking somebody in as an opt-in, make sure that you are making it pop, okay? What I mean by that is when somebody's in the middle of the video and they're stopped and they're asked to subscribe, it has to actually pop, right? So you can add these effects and animations and all that stuff, and you can integrate with all these autoresponder services that are out there, like ActiveCampaign, Aweber, GetResponse, you know, all these other common ones that you probably know and like, right? Now here, as you can see, when I scroll through the left, again, it shows up this way with the animation, right, of that pop-up coming in. Here's where people can subscribe, and then it's going to go away as well once that video is playing. You can adjust it. You can have it play for the whole video. You can adjust it only for a few. You can even say pause video when this happens. So meaning you stop the video, you pause it when the actual opt-in comes. And this could be done for any element, by the way. It could be done for quizzes. It could be done for any element that you put here. You can adjust the time it wants, and it has to be in there for that particular time frame. All right. Now, the other great part about this is that when you actually, as you can see here, go through each elements here, you have the ability to add text, okay, into a video. All right, text into a video. So that means you could even say, welcome to the video. You can add rewards here, right? So which is watch this video for 15 seconds to unlock a free reward or free software. And this reward, by the way, can link to a subscription box. You can say something like, to access the software, okay, to access the software, opt in here. So the reward could be play, and then if you watch for X amount of times, then you subscribe to receive that reward, or you're going to get this or that, right? You get my point, right? So the idea is, again, every step that we're doing should have a purpose, okay? Oftentimes people see features and it's like, I want to try this, I want to try that. No, no, no. Every video that you do should have a purpose. What is the purpose of your video? Is your purpose to generate a lead? Is your purpose in the video to generate maybe a qualified lead, meaning you're quizzing them, you're asking them some questions throughout the video? Or is your objectives that the person finishes the video, then you want to give a reward, right? If you finish the whole video, then I'm going to give you X reward, right? And that could be a free software, free gift, free newsletter, whatever you want them to opt into, right? This is the idea here, where when you, before you even begin the process of uploading a video and doing the interactive elements, you want to decide what your end goal is. Okay, so in here, again, these are all components. Okay, watch this video to unlock a free software, and then you could even, for example, put timer here for that, right? This offer will expire, and so meaning multiple elements can be put in one section. You can add a product too. This is actually one of my favorite elements of adding products and services. So you can actually even put a add to cart button, meaning they're demonstrating something. Let's say they're, in this case, it's a gym equipment. They're demonstrating a treadmill, let's say. You could put a treadmill photo and then say, buy the treadmill for X amount of dollars, and then click, and they can go and buy that product into another e-commerce website or another place that you want them to go to once they click on that button. One other cool feature with this, it works really well for e-commerce clients, right? A lot of people out there, your clients that you might work with, they have a lot of these e-commerce or videos out there on YouTube and Vimeo and Facebook and these other places. You can bring them in here, and then you can add these add to cart buttons, and then basically share it on social media and stuff for them. And that will allow you to generate more revenue from the client without doing any extra work, right? And a lot of people don't even know that this is possible out there, right? Now, the other cool thing, right, is that what is the objective here again? So here you can even put stock footage. So here, for example, if I want to sell something, I can put stock footage. Like it could be gym equipment, it could be arrows, it could be objects, add to cart buttons. You could do all kinds of stuff here. As you can see here, you can change the layer. So I want subscribe or share on social media, right? I can do these buttons, and then when they click on it, it'll go to my Pinterest page or Facebook page or Twitter page and that sort of thing. And right, very, very powerful, because subscribing to social media could be a call to action. Again, you got to decide. Again, some people are asking me, how do I do quizzes? Well, it's simple. You just drag and drop a quiz setup, and then you can add your favorite questions, right? Which is, what is your favorite gym equipment, or what is your favorite exercise, right? In this case, because the topic is gym workout in the video, I would probably put something like that to figure out what is the idea. Or you can even say, how much do you spend every month on your gym membership or your gym personal trainers and all these other people, right? You can ask these kind of questions to kind of sort out your leads, to figure out who is the big ticket lead or high paying lead, right? Now, there's also maps here. Maps works really well, especially for mobile devices and also for people on the go, right? For a local business, let's say a gym, let's say a chiropractor, let's say a dentist, when you put a Google Maps in there, they know exactly where they can find it, right? And then it links to their mobile phone, to GPS, and they'll go right out the gate. It's also a very good lead generation exercise, because for actually looking at the objective, right? For a local business, like a chiropractor, like a gym or whatever, it's actually people showing up, right? Going through the door. I mean, if people go through the door, I mean, you've succeeded. It's as simple as that, because then the negotiation can begin. The chiropractor can say, hey, you know, it's not $100 per meeting. I'll give you $60 as a special, or your first treatment is free if you buy this 5 package, you know, 5 appointment package, or whatever it might be, right? Same thing with the dentist or whatever it might be. So this is what we are trying to get from Google Maps specifically, which you can add right out of the gate. Now, you can also add another video inside the video, right? So effectively, you can take another YouTube video and you can put it in here, or a Vimeo video, whatever, and you can put it inside this video. Now, what's the value of this? Well, a lot of people don't realize it, but if you're going through a video, let's say, and in that video you say, hey, I also did another video that talks about specific exercises that you can do to strengthen your back, right? Or strengthen your neck muscles, or whatever it might be. Now, the idea is that when, instead of saying that, you can say, hey, I listed that video right here, and then they can click on that video. Or alternatively, hey, you know, you're interested in buying this product, I did a real full review of this in this video. You can go click on this video and then go there. And then when click on it, they'll go to that video, and that's a fully sales-based video. So you can convert from a content video into a sales-based video. Very powerful, right? And you've probably seen some examples of it being done on YouTube in major channels and stuff, right? Well, you can do this on the fly easily here, right? Now, as you can see here, you can embed right here, right out of the gate. And this works really well for other businesses who already have existing videos, right? You can even give rewards like so, like I was telling you about earlier. To edit these rewards, you just have to change the text element, right? Watch this video through to the end to win 1 free month of gym membership worth X amount, right? Maybe $100, $200, whatever it might be. And then you can unlock the time. You can set it up here. You can give what reward you want to give, the title and description for it. You can even, for example, put the membership image here, like what you see right now. And then you can have a file that they can do, like a coupon code that you can provide. You can give multiple coupons. You can do all kinds of good stuff here. Now, the idea is that when they finish the video, or when they finish X amount of videos, they're already engaged, right? The first 10 seconds is when the highest drop-off rate happens on a particular video. Most of them are people who come in, they just quit within the first 10 seconds because they're like, okay, sounds cool, I'm gonna move on to something else, right? So now once you do that, you save this component, and then now you can preview it. So this is how it shows up on the preview, right? So again, you can check it out how it looks like in real time. So as you can see here, watch this video to the end, and once they do, here you go. Claim your free membership because you watched the video for until the 20 seconds or whatever the case might be, right? Now, the cool thing here is that you can add multiple elements, as I mentioned, in the same video. So in the case of, for example, products, you can even sell a product right into that same video, right? It doesn't have to be multiple videos. Same video. You want to put a purchase URL, you can even take in-bill payment, right? So as you can see here, in-bill payment, I can just put the PayPal client ID, secret ID, and some information. You can see that in the tutorial section in detail. That way, it can take the payment straight out of the gate from Stripe or PayPal or all these other systems, and you'll get the payment right from within the video, meaning a pop-up will appear for Stripe that will say, hey, put your details in. They'll put it, they can pay from within the video. They don't have to go to a checkout page, or they don't have to go to an external website or anything like that, or maybe even an order page or something, right? Automatically comes in. So when you preview it like this, right? You see this? It shows up pay with PayPal or pay with credit card or pay with Paystack. And then when you click on the option, or the customer or your user clicks on this, they can immediately check out from these sections right out of the gate. No fuss, no muss. It's very straightforward. And this is very powerful because if you think about it, a lot of times when you're trying to watch a video, you're interested in that product, then when you go and you click on that button and then goes to another page, you lose track of where you came from, right? And generally you don't end up buying. Here, the video is still in the background. So you know, okay, this is the video, there's context to that video you were watching, and the likelihood of somebody purchasing is much higher in this case because they'll buy and they'll finish the video now, right? And that's always the option. So that's why it is extremely powerful, because again, they can pay with these payment options like what you see here right now. And the beauty here is that you can even set autoplay the video upon actually loading and landing on a page. You can even put a redirect URL. You can put video controller, so you want to put it on or off. You can even change the video player settings throughout the process. You can even add sticky notes or where you want it to appear, bottom, left, right, center, these kind of things, right? You can even put monitors around it. You can put all kinds of other cool elements here, right? Now, what makes this unique is in any website or any page, you can even put custom scripts. like, if you will, Facebook pixel codes, or you can put other elements like that, right? Facebook pixels or Google pixels and all of this stuff. You can even password protect your videos. So you could put, let's say, for example, password, you put the password label, and then they'll have to pay you money, or they need that special password to play that particular video, for example, right? They'll enter the password like this, and then they can play the video as usual, okay? Now, you can also have this start from beginning, continue from watching. Netflix has this, right? Start from beginning, continue watching. You can have that same setup for your videos as well, for any video you wish. And on top of that as well, the beauty here is that because you've gotten it from, say, a Vimeo or YouTube video, it has this nice unique player as well that attaches along with it, with all these other elements and components here, right? And you can even upload from YouTube some stock videos or any other stock footage websites that are integrated in here, and then add them into your videos as well, like what you see right now. Now, what makes this unique here specifically, I mean, you can go on and on here with different elements, but what is critical and what is powerful, and a lot of people don't talk about it, is the idea here, right? Which is the most powerful component here throughout the process. The idea here is that we want to use it to actually amplify our results. Because if you go into the application, right, like what I have here, you see all these buttons, text, images, and all that stuff, right? We have all these elements here. That's all great. But here's where the problem comes, right? To make it work, don't you agree with me? Even you or your client would need an email marketing application to collect the email leads, or do SMS marketing, all that kind of stuff, right? Very critical component. Even in the case of, for example, for instance, if you go in here and let's say, for example, the video, right? You need views for the video because you're embedding the video, right, into a website or a page or something. So effectively, somebody has to actually watch the video for them to take action, right? It's not on YouTube, say, for example. So you're not getting organic reach. So you'll have to share it on social media. You'll have to do some social media marketing and all this other kind of stuff, right? And thirdly, even if you took somebody else's video, you want to have some unique videos you wanted to create, right? You wanted to create unique videos so that you stand out from the competition and all that kind of stuff. So there's some challenges here which I want to solve for you so that you don't have to, run around in circles trying to figure them out and figure out where do you find the actual leads or views or traffic and all that kind of stuff, right? So in a nutshell, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make it simple for you, okay? I'm going to give you all the traffic you'll ever need for these videos, okay? I'll give you the traffic, okay? I'll show you where to get that traffic for free, okay? And it's going to be free, okay? I'm going to give that for you, okay? But not getting the traffic alone is not enough. You got to convert those that traffic into email subscribers, right? So I'm going to give you the system and the platform that will allow you to collect these email leads, market to them, automate, and all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to give you that as well. And not just for you, but also for the clients as well that you're going to do this as a service. Because when you go to a client and you say, hey, I'm going to do an interactive video for you, the clients are going to be like, that sounds great, but I would rather prefer you did the whole thing for me. Generate me leads, right? Generate me leads and monetize me that, generate some revenue for me, right? They're going to ask you that kind of stuff. Even when you do video in video, right? The client is going to say, hey, can you create me some other interesting videos that will sell my brand or my business, right? Even when you go into in the angle of like a product, like let's say you're creating a product here, like so you're adding that product in. Don't you agree with me? The client is going to say, hey, that's all great, but I need a website. I need you to build me like a website where I can send these people, like a shopping cart website or whatever it might be, right? Like a website. So the point I'm trying to get at is to get great success with VidJack and even any kind of a video system out there, you need a whole system in place, okay? Because if you were to just go in and do interactive videos, you're actually only filling up a part of the equation. Maybe you can charge them $300 or something. Now, if I gave you the traffic and you're selling that traffic only a $300 product, you're losing out on the biggest potential that you can do, right? Instead, if you offer a package of services that is a fully done for you service, or like a package with reseller licenses, with white label licenses and all that kind of good stuff, what happens now is the same thing, same traffic. I'm going to give you the traffic, right? The same traffic, you can charge well over $3,000 or more. Why? Because on the whole, you are providing more value to the customer, right? So you're providing more value. So this is how I want you to look at it. The more value you provide, the more success you're going to get, right? So this is what we're going to dive in today step by step, so that how can we package together VidJack and everything else to get results? And when I'm talking about traffic, when I'm talking about how to get views to the videos for free and how to get unlimited amount of them, see, look, I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to give you the automation systems and all that kind of good stuff, right? If you get results, you pay me, right? These are the profits that you generate. If not, I don't want a single penny. Is that fair? Just type in the chat box if that's fair, because I want you to understand how an expert or a person who's experienced in this stuff would start from the beginning, right? Because you can go in, you can find in the help resources, you can find in all this other stuff in the top here, and you'll be good to go. But it's not about using the application. It's about positioning yourself to succeed, right? If you're going to have the most beautiful interactive video in the world, but no traffic, it's useless. The same way, no views, useless. No subscribers, useless. No way where some people are watching it, but they're not going in and actually going and buying a product. It is useless, right? Not just for you, but for a client as well. So to get success, you want to package the whole setup. So we are not putting one piece of the puzzle, but we have multiple pieces to make that puzzle work. Okay. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll go step by step with this. And I'll help you out as well. My team and I will help you out one-on-one on Skype. And every step of the way, with a call, screen share, chat, whatever it takes to help you ensure you implement all these things that I'm going to be giving you, because you can have all the tools in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, what's the point, right? You're going to still feel more overwhelmed, more information overload, right? More shiny object syndrome and more confused than ever before, which is not the goal here, right? So that's it. I'll get to it step by step right now so you can watch around this and get up and running. But before I do that, though, let's announce the first $100 winner. So are you enjoying this content so far? Let me know in the chat box if you're enjoying this content. Let me announce the first $100 winner right now. Pretty exciting stuff.